Hi, Steve Draper here in my workshop in Bellevue, Nebraska. Here I'm going to talk to you about straight router bits on your routing operations on your Shopsmith. Now you know that a Shopsmith, you can do routing operations either overhead, underhead, or horizontal. And you're probably familiar with these three types of router bits that I have here. This first one is a high-speed steel router bit. This one here is a carbide tipped router bit. And this one here is a solid carbide router bit. Now, for years I've used these type, and I've done just fine using them. However, recently I've switched to a new type which gives incredibly smooth results, less vibration, and just much more enjoyment doing the whole process. And that's these router bits right here, upcut and downcut spiral bits. Now you can see right here that why they're called spiral bits, because the cutting edge spirals. This one is called an upcut spiral bit. Now, just for your information, upcut and downcut is always done from the perspective of the router being from above. That's why they're named that way. Now, this is upcut, means that when the router bit is turning, it will pull the chips up. Downcut, that's what this one is. When it's turning, it will push the chips down. Now, when should you use each one? Well, let's start with the downcut first. Downcut, you're going to use that when you're doing above table operations. Why? We look here on this piece of wood, and imagine this here happens to be the table surface. When this is turning, downcut is going to push the chips down, and means it also will push the board down onto the table. So that's why you're going to use this particular one, the downcut, when you do an above table. Now, when we're doing under table, now remember, this one I said was upcut means it's going to pull the chips up this direction. Well, if I turn everything like this, okay, it's going to pull the chips like that, and it's going to pull the board down on the table like that. So I'm going to use this upcut spiral router bit when I'm doing under table operations. Lastly, when you're doing horizontal, you also want to use the downcut, because when you're doing horizontal, if my arm here is the fence, the router bit's turning this direction, it's going to push the stock against my fence, and it will also want to push the stock opposite the direction that I'm feeding it. So it's going to push it in two directions. So you're going to use the downcut spiral when you're doing horizontal or above, and you're going to use the upcut spiral when you're doing below table operations. Hopefully that helped you when you set up in the future. Thanks for watching. Steve Draper.